Hi Virgos, welcome to Josie K Tarot. I'm Josie K and this is your December 2017 reading. I'm going to be starting out with the Mary Queen of Angels deck by Doreen Virtue and ask Spirit please for a word of prayer for those born under the sun sign, moon sign, and or rising sign of Virgo. Now I'm not going to look at that prayer card right now, but what I am going to do is to talk about my new Lenormand deck. Now, welcome to those of you who are new. Welcome back to those of you who get readings all the time, who like, share, and subscribe. And please do if you're new. So jumping in, the overall Lenormand card is the dog. Okay, and this is about what could be a soulmate connection. And I don't talk about this much because I just see people not taking their time to figure that out. Now, in the beginning, there were clouds. Someone's feet, your feet, were not planted firmly on the ground. Some of you, not all of you, because I'm only pulling so many energies. When it comes to someone who was very maybe enticing, passionate, but then the reason I felt like some of you were in your cloud about it is that it started out kind of more passionate and then it ended up kind of like cloudy, like, what is this? And then you start to think, is this a soulmate connection? Which the energies are here. And then we have the key. And the key is like the key to access someone's heart. And the broom is about sweeping away that which no longer belongs. I feel like a connection is coming together for healing. And it's a very deep spiritual connection. This is a deep spiritual connection. All right, so I'm trying to move on from those. Wow. All right, so I'm going to do a circle spread, starting out with the Sacred Circle Tarot Oracle deck. Dear Lord, Spirit Guides, and Angels, please bless those born under the sun sign, moon sign, and or rising sign of Virgo with clearly defined messages regarding their life path here on earth at this time. Please start us out with career and finance energies. Ooh, something's got potential. Now on in and through the month of December 2017. Thank you. All right. So yeah, some of you may have received a message recently when it comes to career and finance. It's something that maybe some of you are very excited about. Again, this is the Sacred Circle Tarot, and I'm combining it with the Psychic Tarot Oracle deck by John Holland for further clarification as we go through each step of a circle spread in front of us. Dear Lord, Spirit Guides, and Angels, please bless those born under the sun sign, moon sign, and or rising sign of Virgo with clearly defined messages, career and finance. Ooh. So we have potential and positive movement forward. Lots of fire. And water, passion, and travel maybe. We have in your thoughts, Virgos, your mental aspects position. You or someone else standing strong in their path with authority. As maybe quietly you guys are wishing, hoping, and praying on a star with the star card energies for Spirit to bring some sort of positive, potential, great path ahead of you. So I don't know if this is burning excitement about a career and financial path. I am also feeling a little bit of passion here. Actually, not even a little bit. So in the relationship sector, Spirit saying use those throat chakra energies to speak your piece, to send a message, to communicate. Even though it's a small offer, a small beginning, a small start, speak to this person. Now, for some of you, this person could have fire in their chart. Leo, Sag, Aries. In your creative inspirations position, creatively, think about letting go of the memories of love. Imagine each of those candles representing a memory of your past, and imagine yourself sending it out into the ocean for now. You'll always have them with you, but it's time to let them go. Why? Because you're being reborn. Your soul is now shining brightly like the sun here, looking at your path for the very first time. So something or someone, there's some sort of creative, very creative path with great potential here. And somebody's being reborn. And I'll see if I can clarify this in the near future here. In your actions position, we've got the third eye chakra. Trying to communicate with spirit about the steps that you need to take, about the things you need to recognize, putting an end to a certain part or a path that you've been on in your life so that you can go through some sort of spiritual transformation and come through on the other side towards this potential positive movement forward. Taking steps every day to think about what doesn't belong in your path and where your path is headed. All right, so in your emotional aspects position, we've got a firm foundation and a firm foundation. Wow. All right, so that could be maybe leaving a foundation behind or creating an additional foundation to the one you have. And I think this is helping to let go of old memories in love, and it's associated with your creative inspirations, giving birth and being reborn as you create something by listening to your third eye chakra and taking the steps to let go of those things that no longer serve you. You guys are taking authority over your own path. I am so glad to see this. So, speak your truth in a very kind and just way. All right, so in your subconscious, there's still a little bit of healing here. We have recovery, and we have the foundation again, and achievements. So subconsciously, you're just making sure that as you're recovering, you're working on new things, you're standing in a solid foundation, maybe building an additional foundation, and then feeling good because you spoke your truth, you moved forward, and you are achieving something in this new beautiful path that's being reborn in front of you as you're letting go of memories of love. Practical matters. Day to day. Understanding that we are not ever stuck with the Eight of Swords. It's a figment of our imagination. So it's time to get through and beyond the other side of emotional loss. Maybe time for a good cry. But, accepting the fact that what transpired was meant to teach us spiritually, and that it actually is and was a very great blessing. And we don't need to be bonded to anything. Everybody's in their own path, but what we do need to focus on is what fulfills us. When we have emotional loss, we need to start stepping into that new reborn path, right? Creating positive new things, making positive new steps forward, putting an end, even if it's in your thoughts, of an old path, cutting away from the old path and stepping into the new in your thoughts. Inner strengths. Okay, shoot. All right. Skills. You have the energies of the skills card and the partnership and alliances card. So you have the inner strengths of your abilities to apply your abilities, to create your abilities in whatever way you so choose. And this is all about positivity. Something you guys are doing is you have control over making a wish into something beautiful and major and important. And the card on the bottom of the deck says, through spirituality, prosperity will begin in your life. So, through asking Spirit what that cup of blessings should be, maybe even take your own cup and drop into that cup. What blessings Spirit should bring in. If it's a dollar amount in, finances, maybe at another level higher or a different title, put that in there. And then on days where you, even say, I want to live a life where I can have a beautiful home on a beach, where I can oil paint, where I can do whatever fulfills me. What is it that fulfills you? And start putting into the cup the words that fulfill you, that would fill that cup of blessings for you. If you run into a day where you feel down, sad, then pull one out. If it says oil painting, go get the supplies. Sit down at home and watch a video and give it your best shot, because it's not about what you're creating, it's how and what you are communicating within yourself as you're doing something that you are manifesting with your own skills and abilities. It's the process of filling your cup spiritually. And through this process of this new beginning you guys want, and all the wishes you're hoping for, and prosperity starting out small in the first only week and a half to 2 weeks, but it's big in a way that is so much more spiritual. Notice there's no money here with the prosperity begins. It's planting a seed that grows beautiful things. That's what that cup needs to be filled with. In the next 2 to 3 weeks, we have destiny. We have the magician energies, the druid. Every possibility, every bit of knowledge and experience in our path to this point in the next 2 to 3 weeks to actually manifest something that has great potential, especially if it's tied to spirituality. So in the next 4 to 6 weeks, there's some nostalgia here. And that's good. That means you've gotten over the hump, you know what you're doing, you know what's going on, you've had a moment to rest. And sometimes when we stare at these cups that maybe we want to fill up with great things, upon closer observation, we'll eventually realize that all of those cups are empty, but that what we can do with these cups is we can fill these cups with new ideas, new goals, things that overflow in them, that have to do with something spiritual and something to maybe give to and or help others. That's being provided to you with the energies of the patience and planning card. So just remembering to take care of yourself as you're planning something beautiful. You may be fluctuating financially, wondering about where this path is going to lead for whoever's energies these are. Express yourself, share what you've learned up to this point and what you want to create moving forward. You will regret anything when it comes to rivalry. This is about finding peace because the destiny is the blessing. But, we don't want to mess with the beautiful energies when the Wheel of Fortune is turning in our favor, because eventually that wheel can go back down. All right, so realize that some of you, or you will in the next 4 to 6 weeks, that one particular path is coming to an end, like we talked about before, and now you can manifest a beautiful new beginning. It's not about abandonment, but it may be a little bit about some sort of opposition, two people having two different viewpoints on something. And Spirit's saying that as you connect out with great messages to others, and I feel not only financially, but in a kind way, it's going to help not only the health of others, but the health of your own selves. Okay, so that can go on forever, as I see. That's a beautiful story, but I want to get into romance here for some reason, because I see some interesting things and I'm just wondering at this time. So we're at 14 minutes and 18 seconds when it comes to love and romance energies for you Virgos. I'm not going to divide singled and coupled, but if you want a personal reading, I'm available at josiek42@gmail.com, and the information is listed below. So dear Lord, Spirit Guides and Angels, please bless those born under the sun sign, moon sign, and or some of you want to give a relationship a chance, and Spirit's trying to say let go of control. Passion will be there if you allow Spirit to take the wheel. All right, let's move on. So Virgos, Love and romance energies, December 2017. Okay. So I definitely feel like things are happening good when it comes to finances and a new direction. But when it comes to love, I do see that somehow something's unrequited for some reason. Let me see if I can clarify. I'm going to add some cards from the Witch's Tarot deck by Ellen Dugan for further clarification, please. Unrequited love. Please clarify that in the center. Current. Maybe some of you just went through a situation where there was unrequited love. Somebody was closed off. Things weren't moving quickly. Messages weren't being returned. Or they were, but it looks like it took a while. Hoping, wishing, praying on a star. Getting a little frustrated. Trying to take care of everything at home and business. Worried about someone at a distance. Could be a fire sign or who has fire in their life. So the High Priest is saying, congratulations, you've been patient. Somebody will connect back to you, but I feel like the energies are closed off. So I don't know if one or both of you are closing off. I'm going to continue. So, thoughts, position. So you guys are taking authority over your path, right? Hoping, wishing, and praying on a star for all the blessings to come in. Whoops, wrong side. Somebody's thinking of maybe or hoping and praying that they can bring their love life to a higher level of commitment. It's in your thoughts. Some of you, not all of you. Now, in your relationship sector, we had or have someone speaking their truth. Oh, I thought that was a page. You guys have control over speaking your truth. And flirting, however that applies. I think what they're saying is right here. Extend your lighthearted energies to others. You know, put everybody in the friend zone. Get to know people. Share your heart, but don't get too intense. Don't put anything in, you know, don't give it a title. Let's put it that way. So in your creative inspirations position, we've got memories of love, rebirth. That's you guys shining like the sun, looking at a brand new path as you let those candles of memories of love go out into the ocean. It's all about figuring out not only how to forgive someone because they know not what they do. We all learn the same thing at different times and at you know, different ways in our paths. But it's about learning, what did I learn about myself through that difficult experience, that difficult connection? Because the reason we run into and connect with people here on earth is to learn spiritually about ourselves. So it's time, they're saying, to release and heal the past so you can experience more love now. So think creatively about how you're going to give birth to this new path. Now, in your actions position, we have the third eye chakra. So that's trying to connect with spirit about what needs to go, what needs to stay, who you're becoming, what have you learned, what will you learn. And maybe some of you have to come together with someone to figure that out. But remember, this is about forgiving and learning. This is about flirting and having fun, putting someone in the friend zone. You can hope for something to rise to a higher level of commitment, but it's mostly about the experience at this time in December. So in your emotional aspects position, we've got two solid foundations. You're emotional because you know that your feelings are real and worth exploring. But for some reason, it's like you want a foundation at a distance or an additional foundation. I almost feel like this is more, your emotions are almost more worried about this business actually right now. And that's good if that's the case, because you need to go through the forgiveness and learning and maybe even unrequited love still, but I think it's almost gone, the energies of that for you guys. Now in your subconscious, yeah, recovering, coming into contact with great achievements so you can build another or the current foundation. And at some point, you're just hoping that you can make a romantic gesture along the way. Now, in your practical matters position, here you are. Hopefully releasing yourself from bondage and emotional loss at some point. But I know it's difficult because you guys are very family orientated. So if there's children here, that's where the emotional connection is. That's where the bondage to the current circumstances are, either with you or someone else. And I think that's what needs to be forgiven at this time, and to learn that everything happens according to God's watch, not our watch. Now, partnerships. All right. Your inner strengths have to do with the skills that you have built up to this point, the partnerships that you have made. And there's a decision here about reconciliation. There's a decision here not only about someone old, but someone new. For some of you, I see reconciliation or this new situation and an engagement, which is like, wow. Swinging all kinds of directions here. And I don't know, yeah, I just keep hearing be friends for now, you know. So let's see here. In the first week and a half to 2 weeks from when you watch this video, we have prosperity beginning in some beautiful way, some very fulfilling way. Spirit's trying to fill your cup with those blessings. Remember to connect with them. Because they say the more you connect with them, the more the blessings flow, the more that divine timing starts coming into your love life. So in the next 2 to 3 weeks, even though you have the energies of messages of finances, of messages of career, you have all the elements of your experience and knowledge to manifest anything when it comes to finances and career. Let go of trying to control. Okay, just allow in the next 2 to 3 weeks, as you slowly contemplate moving forward at some point in your life. Doesn't need to have a date right now. Now's the time of manifestation. Enjoy making the goals, setting the plans for the future, because it's always the journey that's most fulfilling. Once we get to where we're going, then we need to go back within and work on our soul, right? So let go of control emotions. Things will happen according to perfect timing, God's watch. So focus on what can you manifest in career and finances. Who are you connecting out to? What is it that you are trying to create? All right, so in your, here we had in the outcome position, we had nostalgia. Remember? Patience and planning. The cups are empty, but we're going to fill them up, right? First, we have to go and find out who is truly fulfilling in our life. Some of you may be communicating with a fire sign, Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo, in a way that's going to make you feel like it's all good in the hood. And look at right behind that, diplomacy. For some of you, not all of you, this story's getting interesting. Okay, whoever this is, you will become lured back in your path, this new path, with or without this person. The Shaman card is here to tell some of you, not all of you, that there was a path that maybe you veered into that wasn't the path for you. Well, this is a different energy. And now is the time to manifest and focus on what? Stability. You have the warrior energies going into, I think, over 2 months to deal with any old discord, any old heartache, to slowly but surely take steps in new directions, trusting in spirit, looking back at your life path. If someone comes in and offers their heart, I feel like this is more of a business offer or idea. Remember that it's small, it's new. But if it's meant to grow into a reward, it's because it's from spirit. It's because how you're helping somebody. So lay down a path if it has seemed like it's just taken too much of your energy to manifest, is what I just heard. All right, so I think I'm going to just look at these last 3 cards to my left with the Psychic Tarot Oracle deck by John Holland. And in the first week and a half to 2 weeks from watching the video, Spirit's saying, when you run into obstacles and challenges in your path, that's Spirit's way of guiding you back onto your path, in the direction you truly belong, where your blessings and your fulfillment is. Even though maybe you were hoping to ignite your passion, you really wanted something, I do see that Spirit's saying, you know, there's a time of suffering in silence. There's a time of going through that healing, whether you guys want to or not. And Spirit's saying, plant the seed, be patient, and just wait. Right behind that, they're saying, rest and rejuvenate. Go within. Now, in the next 2 to 3 weeks, again, Spirit's saying, have hope. Pray to us, we will give you hope. Without hope, you will not succeed in this new path, if that's what you choose. Now, you have the wisdom energies to look at the big picture of your life. You're looking at the book of your life. Who were you? Who are you? And who are you moving forward going to be? And we have the shadow card. So before moving forward, I think Spirit just wants you guys to take a look, and a lot of people are doing this right now, at your shadow side, because we all have one. What are our true priorities for our own path, for us as individuals? In your outcome position in the next 4 to 6 weeks, we have triumph. There is great triumph when it comes to passion. Okay, this is that other story. Yeah, somebody sits in solitude for a while. Maybe this is the same one, and they're saying, there's that book of your life. Look at it, learn how far you've come, who you are now, what you want moving forward. You get to create a brand new path. How does the first chapter start? Does it start with harmony? Some things are happening for you guys. I'm going to read this story for whoever's energies these are. And I think there's a couple here. Somebody is going through some sort of spiritual transformation. It is major. And it feels like you're in the middle of a waiting game. But what's really happening, see those things spinning around you, is there's spiritual change going on with some of you, not all of you, where you're actually breaking through to a different person. It's like being reborn, like a butterfly. And at some point, you're going to understand what this skill is, what it is you want to do, what it is that Spirit wants you to do, to help others, to give, to care, or something. And the lesson has something to do with temptation. And there's going to be victory and success, because I think something that started out kind of cloudy and unsure, and maybe even for the wrong purpose, helps for Virgos to succeed, not only financially, I mean, in so many ways, family, I think even majorly self, because we've got coming to the truth here. And then the last card is about moving on, and over here we have disillusion and delusion. So that's why I think Spirit wants everything to kind of slow down in December, to just really open your heart to family, to really enjoy this Christmas and work through whatever this is right here. Suffering in silence. We got to write that down, and we got to what? Get to the truth of this situation. Why? So we can let go of emotional withdrawal. Get through that emotional withdrawal. Not let go. We got to go through it. We can't go over it, can't go under it. Have to get through it so we can get to the other side. And it works, trust me. Then you can move on. See, here you are on the other side. You're bigger, you're taller, you're stronger, you're more spiritual. You followed the power of what you're being pulled to do. So unrequited love or whatever that is, that shouldn't matter right now. I feel for you guys, for some of you, whoever's energies these are, you're being pulled to Spirit to help. And that's where I think the second foundation is. And that's where I think you may meet someone, through helping others. Wow. So your word of prayer. Okay, I just got another message. Okay, so it's going to come down to two things. Either you guys are going to have two different opinions when it comes to your connection to one another, or it's going to be true love. You may think someone is the one, but there needs to be a discussion. You need to get to know each other, especially when it comes to finances. Is it about codependency, or do you really want the relationship? You cannot have a new love until you love yourself first. So stay optimistic, keep your heart open, and love yourself first in December. Now this only goes into, December. Then we'll talk again in the new year. I think it's heading in the right direction. I think there's so much healing here. And if everybody in your family can come together and just have a beautiful Christmas, I feel like that's going to fulfill you in ways that maybe you haven't felt in a very long time. So the card representing the outcome position, or the overall reading, I'm sorry, for some of you, not all of you, is sobriety. And this could be, I need to stop drinking pop all the time. I need to stop this and that. Whatever it is. I mean, people got a gazillion things. It doesn't really matter what it is. It's why we do it. Why do we need to stop? Is it not healthy? Why are we doing something that's not healthy? Something where it could even be cleaning up our mind, like my clear mind. Thinking too many negative thoughts is a popular one. All right, so to close, I'm going to read from the book. Mother Mary supports your intention to have a chemical-free lifestyle. She can guide your detoxification process and support you in choosing sobriety, one day at a time. A clear and sober mind is better able to concentrate during meditation and prayer, just in the same way a sober driver can better steer an automobile in the same line. Your prayers for help in this regard can also reduce or even eliminate cravings for unhealthful substances so that sobriety is a pleasant and peaceful choice. Mother Mary's love will give you the feelings of comfort, of bliss, and of love that you once sought through substances. Beautiful. I remember when I quit drinking. What am I on? 8 or 9 years ago. I need to check that. I thought life was really going to be boring, really. And all of a sudden, all my friends left me. And that makes it really hard, because then you find out that they're not really your friends. And then you go through other spiritual things and you start to figure out things about yourself that are very, very difficult. But the reason we dug this deep was to hide from the problem in the first place. So what I figured out is I got to get to the bottom of the problem, and then you won't lean so much on anything in your life. And that if there's anything we need to lean on in life, it's absolutely spirit, right? So feel free to use this video to guide yourself through the next month and a half, through December 2017. If you need something to guide you, I hope these messages within here will do that for you. Thank you again for stopping by my channel, and I hope that all of you have a very, very Merry Christmas. Take care, and God bless.